Welcome to Tolley Cottage in the picturesque village of Langley. Langley is a quintessentially English village, but is very well connected with other nearby villages, Stratford-upon-Avon and Warwick. You have field views there to the front, and running adjacent to the garden is a no-through lane that has a farm and cottages on the top of the hill. The nearby train station of Bearley has got direct trains into Birmingham and also towards Leamington Spa and Warwick. The next village of Claverden has a couple of pubs and also another train station. And the nearby village of Wolverton has a primary school, as does the village of Wootton Wowen. As you can see, this is a lovely character cottage which isn't listed. Go through, I'll show you a view of the garden, and we'll take a longer look at that at the end. There's lots of scope here to landscape and really maximise the space. You can see that there is a workshop to the left and a double garage at the end, which does have vehicular access from the lane. There's a useful porchway here. With a window overlooking the garden. We then enter the kitchen breakfast room. The cottage is quite unusually light for a cottage because most of the rooms do have dual aspect windows, which really allows the light to flood in. That's the stove there, sink to the left, and on our right hand side we have one of the two reception rooms. This could be used as a dining room or an additional reception space. So we're now at the front of the property, which fronts onto the lane. There's a very unusual triangular shaped window at the far end, the same as the one for the bedroom which is above us. And in the corner there we have a spiral staircase. There are two sets of staircases in this property. We've got lovely views over the garden from actually all of the rooms in this house, which is really quite unusual. Got beams to the ceiling. The head height in this cottage isn't compromised though, which again is a very unusual aspect. We're going back into the kitchen dining room. There's space for a dishwasher, good amount of cupboard space, double oven just in front of us, and then dining space just to the right. The door ahead of us leads into the second reception room, which I'll show you in a moment. And then we have a small sunroom with doors out onto the garden. The garden is southwest facing, so there's plenty of natural light flooding into the property. And just ahead of us here is a really useful utility space. It's currently housing a washing machine, fridge, freezer, and there is a stable door leading out onto the garden. We're going to take a look at the second reception room now, which has stairs, as you can see on our right hand side, which lead up to the bedrooms. Windows both sides again, and you've got the log burner ahead of us. At some point an extension's created this study space, which would be really nice to work from, as you've got windows on both sides, so you've got a good amount of natural light. There's also some loft access there. And then we're going to go upstairs here and take a look at the bedrooms. There are 3 bedrooms, 2 of which are double, and there is 1 single, which is currently a walk-through bedroom, but that could be easily changed. So this is a very comfortably sized double bedroom. Plenty of space for furniture items. We go back out onto the landing. Again, very nice and light with a window on our left. And we have one of the 2 bathrooms. This one is a shower room. There's a storage cupboard in the corner which also houses a hot water tank. And there's a heated towel rail just behind the door. Bedroom 3 is currently a walk-through bedroom, but if the door that's ahead of us was closed off, it could be a completely independent space. So it's a good size single, or it could be a smaller double. And then we have a useful dressing space with fitted wardrobes on my right hand side and a nice sized bathroom. It's currently got taps over the bath, but there would be the head height to put a wall mounted shower and screen. So if the door ahead of me here was blocked off, this then could be a dressing space, an ensuite to the master, which we're going through to now. You've got some nice features there with the beams, and you've got 3 windows to this property. The one on the wall in front is the triangular shaped window that we saw in the reception room downstairs. Wonderful views over the garden and the fields beyond. Built-in storage. And the spiral staircase in front of us leads down into reception room 1 at the front. I'm going to show you some more of the outside space now. So I'm back on the lane. To the right of the property we have block paved parking area. There's a good amount of space there. And at the end of the parking area there's a gate which takes you to the rear of the property, where you have a shed, wood store, and you've also got the oil tank. So we're back to the porch of the property, looking up the garden there. You've got fields beyond. The picket fence is the boundary of the property. There is a patio area here on the right, which could be extended out further if you so wished. So we've got the two buildings at the rear there, the double garage, which also has parking in front of it, and the wooden storage site. Another patio area there, which is in front of one of the reception rooms. So you could really benefit from landscaping this space. It's approximately 0.2 of an acre. To the rear, you've got space to put items out of sight, so bins, coal bunker, oil tank. And if you imagine on a nice sunny day, you will get a good amount of sunshine right through into the evening. A path leads up the garden. With a wooden workshop there on the left, which is a really good size, and it has a wood store at the back as well. There are some plum trees at the end of the garden in front of the double garage. Very mature, and what looks like space that could be set back up for a vegetable plot. Field views to the rear here. Just show you inside the garage as well, because it is a true double garage. So that's a really useful space. And then we'll take a turn back to the property, so you've got an idea of the aspect from the end of the garden. So it's a very attractive, quaint cottage on a really good plot, giving someone really the potential to put their own stamp on it, to add some modernisation in this beautiful village of Langley. Call Edwards 01789 414 222 to arrange your viewing.